Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I know that play broke down. That is one the offense, I think, would like to have back because you practice these type of scramble situations all week long. Quarterback this time flush to his left. These receivers have to break their routes off and work with the QB, try to give him a place to go with the football. That time just not able to give the QB anywhere to throw it.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot, just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Mendoza. Buys a little time. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Right on the money. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a... way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Just going to keep it after the snap. There he goes. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
The defensive line just is not physical enough against the run. Too many guys getting pushed around, too many guys not playing with great gap integrity, and the linebackers aren't able to fill. That's been a problem when trying to stop this running game.
Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie!
Touchdown, Texas A&M. Number 21 in the end zone.
Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Mustangs will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Hauls it in. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Alabama pushing the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle, it's Horton. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Makes the catch, it's Bernard. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Tempo and overdrive.
You knew coming into this game, if they throw...
Deep shot for the end zone. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown Tide.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Going right to work up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. Makes the catch. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Offense in the hurry-up. Quarterback making checks. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, SMU.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll stop him just outside the 30 at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and now they have a decision to make. Wide receiver going in motion. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Caught close to the marker, it's Singleton. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They'll move the wide receiver. On the ground, it's Harding. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to fire on second down. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. And the Mustangs want to move quickly. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the result of the play will stand. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Goes to the option. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. The offense changing the play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Into the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, SMU. Looking for the tie with the extra point. You have to wonder what the defense was thinking there. I mean, he just gashed them all by himself.
Boy, and you think quarterback runs sometimes, but you can't think about it all the time. You got misdirection. There's so many things to look at. The quarterback can throw it. But when you got an athlete behind center that can do that, it's just frustrating. Too many things to try to stop.
Slips through the line. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped.
And the Alabama offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
With the carry.
Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
On the run, it's Harden. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Trying play action. Unloads it left. Found the spot in the defense. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the option. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Touchdown, Mustangs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
He's got great speed. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36.
And the Alabama offense will take over. First and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Bama! He got a step and just dusted the field.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
They'll try to add another to their lead. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
To the air on first down. Got it on the outside. It's Brinson. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, SMU! Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this offense. As you've seen the explosion, it's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offense is just, they got the upper hand.
He gets a block. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Got room on the return. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a great stick by the defender. But how about this? Quarterbacks like a smooth pocket where they can step up, set their feet. That defense did not give him that. Hit him while he's throwing the football. Made it easy for the defender to run underneath it, create an interception.
Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run up to the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, Dan, if I were allowed to do that push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Runs through the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better.
Touchdown, Mustangs! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Going to try to get it himself. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
It was so positive, and you did such a good job scrambling and making a play, but finish that play understanding I got some positive yards. Let's get down. Let's take care of the football. Didn't do a good job at the end of the road.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The toss sweep to the right. Running into the open space. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. They'll immediately call timeout. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. He splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here. You go to halftime feeling really good about things. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Fires to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Horton. Still running at the 40. There he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
To the air, it's Jennings. Pocket breaking down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. 3rd down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick 6.
He takes it at the 45, and the returner goes down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Keeps looking downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a real...
Unleashes one deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. A strike downfield. They get him corralled at 9 until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line. The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Might be changing the route. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. From the gun. Going for 6. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Complete out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks.
Touchdown, SMU. Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big field. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and his defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31.
And the Alabama offense will take
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. Brings it down on the right side. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him. You know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you
turning it on. Touchdown time. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he can continue to run full speed and make all those first yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They'll give it to Johnson. Plows through the defense. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Out of the backfield, he's open. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's going to take off. Across the 10. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
And the Mustangs will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Touch pass on the run. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll ride his man on the option. Touchdown Mustangs! And they take it in for 6.